Saturday tea time, 1977, all over again.
Detective!
Of course! I thought I recognized that energy reading. It's the power source of a Dalek timeship. What are you up to, you Daleks? What is it that you hope to achieve, eh?
Hello there! Is that a Zaross I see before me?
And the thing about us Tylers, we won't lie down when we're beaten.
Hello, Rose. It's your mum. Sorry to call. We've sort of been invaded.
Surrender, humans. Surrender to the Zaross.
You're not the Daleks or Sontarans. You don't need to be, so why are you doing this?
Hello and welcome to another Doctor Who Big Finish video. In today's Doctor Who Big Finish video, we're not looking at CDs, we're looking at some lovely vinyls, because over the past couple of weeks and months, I guess, Big Finish have been sort of pushing Big Finish into your local high street, so in the form of Energy of the Daleks being exclusive to Sainsbury's and Infamy of the Zaross being exclusive to HMV. Now these have caused quite a bit of storm on the internet in the form of scalpers, and those people actually make me ashamed to be a Doctor Who fan, and I'll talk about those later on, because honestly they really grind my gears and just annoy the hell out of me. So yeah, this video, it's wrong to say that it is a review. It's more of a look at the presentation of the vinyls. I will give you my brief thoughts on the stories, but I've already looked at the stories in depth because I've reviewed the 4th Doctor Adventures Series 1. I will leave a link in the description below to that video and my review of the 10th Doctor Adventures Volume 2. Also, I just want to say, give credit to JR Reviews, because this is sort of his idea, and I'll leave a link in the description below to his channel, because I'm not sure if his video on these two vinyls is out yet, but I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check out that video, because I'm sure he'll do a much better job than me and probably do it a lot more highly polished, because he's fantastic at editing videos and puts a lot of time in it. And also, speaking of that, if you know me and JR Reviews, we do a podcast called Night Thoughts, and Night Thoughts is returning, and we're doing a Night Thoughts dedicated on Big Finish. And if you like Big Finish, and a good chance you like Big Finish because you've clicked on this video, we'll be discussing how we got onto Big Finish, favourite ranges, the history of Big Finish, the current state of Big Finish trying to reach the mainstream market, that kind of thing. So it's going to be me and JR Reviews, and hopefully another guest. So yeah, that'll be coming in the future, and as soon as that is released, I will obviously plug the hell out of it, because that's what I do and I'm really proud of Night Thoughts. So without further ado, let's look at the presentation. So for the presentation of the Energy of the Daleks vinyl, we have the new Doctor Who logo, which I think is the first bit of Doctor Who merchandise what I've got where it looks brilliant on. We've got obviously full cast audio adventure starring Louise Jameson and Tom Baker. We've got Louise Jameson there, the 4th Doctor, well, Leela, 4th Doctor, a Dalek. And it says here, first time on vinyl, new artwork and sleeve notes. That is a bit of a lie, because the only little alteration to the cover is the Dalek now has a iris, and obviously we have the new Doctor Who logo. So that's kind of the new artwork what we're going for. And then we have Energy of the Daleks there by Nicholas Briggs and other cast members, and only available at Sainsbury's limited edition blue vinyl. Then the side there, if we can just make it out, we have Doctor Who Energy of the Daleks full cast audio drama. Sorry that my camera can't focus on it. So taking a look at the back of the vinyl now, we have the new Doctor Who logo again with the sort of crystal motif which has been continued from the cover. We have Energy of the Daleks and we have a bio on the story, so if I just quickly zoom in. Do feel free to pause if you want to know more about Energy of the Daleks. Then we have the cast list there, and my limited edition number there being 512 out of 1,500. Then moving to the side, we have a better look at the Dalek with the new iris feature, which I don't know if you can just see. There you go, you can just about see it there. With the sort of Peter Capaldi time vortex, and a bit of information on what Big Finish do, and a bit of legal guff there. So removing the sleeve, we have production credits there, so if you want to see who's involved, and then we have Big Finish wishes to thank. So if we turn it around to the back, we have the production notes by Nicholas Briggs, so do feel free to pause if you want to have a read about that. So if I just move that to the top there, so you can have a read, and then that little bit there, so there you go. Energy of the Daleks, production notes. Removing the vinyl from the sleeve, we are greeted with this lovely TARDIS blue vinyl, which just looks absolutely brilliant and just works well with the cover. It's just beautiful. So on side A we have part 1, Energy of the Daleks, and we just flip this round. We have side B with part 2. There you go, with a bit of legal guff there. And yeah, so taking a look at the presentation for Infamy of the Zaross. And I will say this, Big Finish did a wonderful job in making this cover work for the vinyl format, not only in story-wise, but actually making the cover work. Because we now have a much darker blue sky, which fits the logo a lot better. So we have a drone there, we've got Rose, the 10th Doctor, a Zaross spaceship, a Zaross itself, another drone sort of beaming off images. We've got Jackie, and I believe that's her friend Marge. Then down below we can see the Jodie Whittaker red crystals. Again, we have the sort of first time on vinyl, which is true. New artwork. That, yeah, I can accept that. And sleeve notes. No. So this vinyl, like Energy of the Daleks, is 180 grams. Moving to the top, we have exclusive coloured vinyl only at HMV, limited to 1 per customer because you can only buy 1, which is good because it gives fans a chance to buy them unless you're a scalper and you exploit the system. You have the original price there, and if you wanted to at HMV, you could buy a little protector for it. So there we go. That's the cover for Infamy of the Zaross. Then we have the Infamy of the Zaross. Again, the camera's not going to focus because it's absolutely tiny text. And then we have full cast audio adventure there. So moving on to the back, we have the continuation of the sort of Doctor Who Jodie Whittaker logo with the crystal motif, which is very nice and looks absolutely smart and class. Then we have a bio on Infamy of the Zaross if you want to know more about the story and the cast list. And then we have my limited edition number there being 337 out of 750. Then if we move across the side, we have the TARDIS there instead of a Dalek, and again the same information about Big Finish, what they do, and some legal guff there. Then the other side we have the production notes by Jason Hay Gallery with executive producer, so do feel free to pause if you want to have a read at that. And then below we have executive producer Nick Briggs and writer John Dorney there. So taking a look at the actual vinyl itself, we're greeted with this. Yeah, I knew it was going to be yellow, but I didn't realise it was going to be like this. I much preferred the way it was advertised, a much darker yellow, because it comes off like a bit of a beigey colour really, which is a bit odd. But on side A we have Infamy of Zaross, because obviously Infamy of Zaross is a solid 1 hour story, so I had to split this into a 2-parter, and it works really well in my opinion. So side A, and we move it to the other side, we have side B there with some legal guff there. Brilliant. So what are my brief thoughts on Energy of the Daleks? Well, this is a very special release for me because this is the first 4th Doctor adventure I listened to of the 4th Doctor solo series, and it got me hooked because I've now bought all the 4th Doctor adventures. And I just love it. I think if you are a new listener and you're new to Big Finish, I think that this is a perfect story. I think that it's absolute fun, it's great, and this is a monumental release as well, because this is the first story Tom Baker and Louise Jameson recorded. But yes, what else can I say? The Daleks, they're brilliant, they're really cunning and devious, you know, just waiting in the shadows, you know, as their plan unfolds. It's just brilliant. Obviously, you've got Leela meeting the Daleks, which never happened on the TV series, and it's just great to see Leela just argue with a Dalek, because Leela doesn't understand how dangerous the Daleks are, and you've just got Leela just insulting the hell out of a Dalek. It's brilliant. It's got the Robomen in, which was a really nice addition. It just feels like a really nice, fun adventure. The opening, I adore. It's just a brilliant opening, just the 4th Doctor and Leela just wandering around London. It's just really joyous, and the TARDIS malfunctioning. It's just classic quintessential Doctor Who. It is brilliant. And I think having this on vinyl, it just feels very authentic to the 1970s playing this, because obviously vinyl has that kind of tinny feel to it, so it does feel like this vinyl, you know, it just feels like a lost classic 4th Doctor adventure on vinyl. Like, it is just all, you know, tinny, and it's just, hearing the theme tune's great on vinyl, just having that echoing out, it's just brilliant. And it just honestly feels of the time. It just playing on vinyl, it just have that more of a retro feel to it, and it just feel like it is this 1977 story, what we just got published on like BBC Radio. It just has that feel to it, and it's brilliant. And I think if you're a new listener, like I said, check it out. It's a brilliant story, and yeah, I'm going to give Energy of the Daleks a 9 out of 10. I just love it. It's just a real fun. And Energy of the Daleks, like I said, you know, a hoot of an adventure, and I feel really lucky to have both these vinyls. Like, I got this quite late as well, because this was released on the 25th of May, and I got this on the 27th, so I did leave it a bit fine, but they still had 3 copies on the shelf. So I just feel lucky to have this, and I just think it's just an absolute thing of beauty. Go and check out Energy of the Daleks. It's just a great story and a lovely thing. So what are my brief thoughts on Infamy of the Zaross? Well, I love it. I think that it's a real fun hoot of an adventure again. I think that John Dorney did a brilliant job with this, because within the first 2 minutes of listening to this, I was smiling. I was just like, this takes me back to 2006, sitting down and just watching series 2. It just has that feel to it. The sound design, it just captures Murray Gold's, the essence of Murray Gold. It's just brilliant. And Jackie Tyler. Jackie is, for me, one of the highlights of this story, because it's just classic Jackie Tyler, and she's brilliant. Just the 10th Doctor, like I said, I feel like this is the first time David Tennant, you know, owns the role in Big Finish, because I feel like this is when Big Finish actually start to make the 10th Doctor their own, and David Tennant just runs with that, and it's just brilliant. He gets a fantastic speech against Zaross, and it's just a really good story. But like I said, it starts off fun, but it gets darker and darker as the story goes on. It's full of twists, and it's a real fun story. And I feel incredibly lucky to have this, because I did get this quite late on, because obviously these HMV opens about 9 o'clock, and I got this at 1:30, and I managed to get the last copy. So I feel incredibly lucky to have this, because if I was a couple minutes later, I probably would have missed out on this lovely thing, and you probably wouldn't be seeing this video. But yeah, definitely a fun story. Definitely check it out. It's, again, a real hoot of a story, and I'm going to give Infamy of the Zaross a 9 out of 10. A fun adventure, and just captures series 2 beautifully. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is scalpers. They genuinely pee me off. And like I said in the intro, these people genuinely make me ashamed to be a Doctor Who fan. That those types of people are exploiting genuine fans who would love to have these in their collections, and just cherish and adore them, and wouldn't even dream of selling them. I can just feel a rant coming, to be honest. Don't even know I'm Scottish. I'm sorry if I've offended any Scottish viewers, but it just annoys me that you've got people buying multiple copies and flogging them on eBay, and just denying, not only you're denying genuine fans in your area to buy these, but you're exploiting them on eBay in the form of fans who were unfortunate to actually pick these up in their local shop, because these are meant to be fun, these are meant to be great to find, you know, there's meant to be, you know, a relief that you found these, because in the back of your mind when you're trying to find these in the shop, you think, oh god, have the scalpers been and picked these up? Thankfully, HMV had that limited per one customer, but this one's caused a lot of storm on the internet, which I'll talk about in a minute. But literally, they put these up on eBay and they keep the price sticker on. So that's literally me taking a photo of this now and putting it on eBay. And they have the audacity to keep the original price tag on and sell it for triple the price. So it's not only rubbing it in their face, look, I got it, but you're going to have to pay triple the price to get it. And that just annoys me, because I saw a lot of disappointment when this was released, that people missed out, and same with Energy of the Daleks, but I think this really come to a head in Infamy of the Zaross, because literally people were fighting over these like animals. Literally within 5 minutes people were trying to snatch these out of people's hands. It was crazy. I can't comment on that because I didn't see it in person, but I literally saw it on the internet, and it just annoys me. The Infamy of the Zaross, like I said, is where it come to a head because somebody bought 3. I'm not going to name that person. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of naming them, because they bought 3. Because literally the whole of the internet, the whole of the Doctor Who community is talking about them on Twitter, on Facebook, on everything. But they think it's downright dirty. And obviously scalpers, they're the scum of the earth for fans. And just to buy 3 of these, I can't even justify to buy 3 to listen to, you know, and then buy a second one to keep sealed, and then the third one to sell. Like, the logic you're trying to say is you're basically buying 2 DVDs. Basically, you're going to buy 1 DVD to watch, and you're going to buy 1 to keep sealed. That's basically the same logic what you're applying to, and it's blooming stupid. And honestly, do the right thing, and just, if you're going to sell it for the original retail price, so somebody actually has the chance to enjoy and cherish this thing. Just put those 2 on eBay. Got your copy, be happy. I pray to God that when Big Finish do these, if they do these next again, that they do them in a higher quantity, because I don't want to see more genuine fans be, you know, sucker punched to the gut knowing that they have to go on eBay and try and find these. It just really annoys me, and it makes me incredibly sad. And I was so happy seeing people who are genuine people who will not sell these and want to add these to their collection. I was so happy to see people getting these copies. I was so happy on Saturday seeing people have copies and just knowing that they've gone to a good home and not to some dirty... What are my overall thoughts on these vinyls? Well, I love them. I absolutely adore them. I think Big Finish did a great job in picking the stories that they chose in the form of using the most iconic Doctors in the mainstream eye, so the 4th Doctor and the 10th Doctor, you know, using a very classic monster in the form of the Daleks. You know, brilliant choice there with obviously Leela, and I think that that's a really good story for people new to Big Finish. So if you want to get into Big Finish and you want to try the 4th Doctor stuff, Energy of the Daleks is a great way to start with, because that's a place I started with, and now I've got all the 4th Doctor adventures. You know, I just love them. Infamy with Zaross, like I said, good choice in the 10th Doctor and Rose, very iconic duo, and very much, you know, in the mainstream eye, very much missed for all the Tumblr people there. So yeah, very good choice, and a very fun, exciting adventure. It does feel very much like Series 2, but as the story progresses, it loses that fun side and becomes a lot more darker. You know, this is David Tennant's, you know, I think David Tennant really come into his own on Big Finish in this story, and just the story, it's quite interesting to experience this story as a 2-parter, and it works well. It works really well as a 2-parter, because you've got that fun part 1, but then part 2 it becomes more, it is more that sinister side to it, so I really do like that. But yes, if you want to get these vinyls, please do not succumb to scalpers, because if you buy off a scalper, you're basically feeding that greed. You're fueling the fire, and you're lining their wallet or purses with your cash. So please don't buy them, because the scalpers will realise people aren't buying them, so they'll drop the price, and you'll be more likely to get them at a better price than what they're originally offering, because I think they're on eBay for like 40 quid right now. Don't pay that. Please just wait, hold it out, because I know it's going to be desperate and you want these in your collection, but don't feed that greed. That's all I can say. So please don't feed that greed. If you're not interested in getting the vinyls and you're interested in the stories, please do get them, because they're really good stories, like I said. And if you want to know my full thoughts on these stories, do check out the links below for those videos. So yes, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry for the rant, but I feel like it was needed, and I think every Doctor Who fan is behind me on that, because everyone is united on that front to stop scalpers. So that's all I can say. So thank you very much for watching this video, and bye bye.